The world of K-pop has captured audiences globally.
2016 Melon Music Award. Bong Joon-ho.
Not only with its infectious music and pushing through to becoming the face of luxury fashion, but there's always been a huge conversation about the dark side of the K-pop industry. From diet culture, the ways that idols have been treated by industry, imposter syndrome, and how does this all affect us as the viewer? Let's start off with how K-pop idols got this influential. The K-pop industry has grown so big that it's not only isolated to just Korea and Asia alone, but to the whole world.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
From the early influences of the early 2000s from Wonder Girls, Girls Generation, Big Bang, and SHINee to name a few. And I remember this was in line to a super colourful and vibrant outfits that just matched with their aesthetic and their music. K-pop idols developed their own distinct styles, leading to a rise of fashion trends with global appeal. Here are some examples of K-pop idols that have left their mark in the industry. I remember watching Girls Generation and their song G was so fresh and it was so bubbly, which sparked the trend for colourful jeans, high-waisted shorts, knee-high socks, colourful accessories. It was so iconic. To now, each member has been the face of different luxury houses. There's Tiffany for Dior, Taeyeon for LV, and Yuna for Miu Miu. There's also G-Dragon from Big Bang, and his style can be described as super experimental. In my eyes, it's a little bit quirky, but I love it. His ever-changing hairstyles, bold prints, and unique combinations of high-end and streetwear brands have influenced the fashion choices of both idols and fans. Then there is Blackpink. This powerful girl group has gained worldwide recognition for their music and fashion. Just like Girls' Generation, each member has their own luxury house that they represent. And these are big luxury houses I'm talking about here. There's Jennie for Chanel, Jisoo for Dior, Lisa for Celine, and Rose for Saint Laurent. Blackpink members showcase such different styles ranging from edgy streetwear to glamorous high fashion, and their influence is so huge for young girls out there to be super experimental with their style, which is great for trying things on and finding what suits you, but it's also led to a new problem of now kids and teenagers wanting to buy luxury fashion. And this has sparked huge conversation because new parents of today are hearing kids feel bullied at school because they don't have the latest Chanel bag or Alexander McQueen's that a celebrity has worn, be it K-pop or any pop. And parents have been faced with a new discipline to explain to their kids that buying luxury goods isn't something as easily accessible to them. But another thing I want to further emphasize on this channel is about teaching the intentions behind your decision, and the intentions behind everything that you do are not just following a trend, but rather embracing the why to what and how you wear something. And this is where I have to bring it back to the narrative of the dark side of K-pop. K-pop idols have notoriously been manufactured through their training and assembled together by huge record label companies like SM or YG Entertainment. From the formulation of the K-pop group consisting of a vocalist, rapper, dancer, and of course the visual to portray the aesthetic of the K-pop industry. In the Korean community, looks play the biggest factor, and the pressure to conform to their beauty standards are so high that it makes our Western standard of beauty in some ways quite attainable. Not saying that it is, but it's just different. Looks play such a huge role that not only does it affect the way people judge you as a K-pop celebrity, but also as a person in society. From classist thoughts to how you dress to even your facial features, which then it's no wonder that Korea has become the hub spot for plastic surgery when your physical appearance has a huge impact on whether you can get accepted to a university or even landing on a job. So what are the beauty standards in Korea? Here in the West, we're notoriously sharing the idea that being unique is beautiful and that we're beautiful in each and every way. But in Korean beauty standards, that couldn't have been further from the truth. They have an ideal ranging from pale skin, V-shaped face, double eyelids, large eyes, small face, incredibly slim figure.
This says how is your health, but it is a terrible way to measure health.
It's essential to recognize that these beauty standards have pressurized many young individuals and contribute to body image issues. But why do they have such narrow standards? Well, it's a very blunt answer of looks sell. And as much as I hate to say it, but it's clearly working in our society. The K-pop industry has faced criticism for this because their influence has become so widespread from the Korean Hallyu movement and have made not only young impressionable teens in Korea fall to such impossible body and fashion trends, but now to the rest of the world. From reading about the IU diet, 1 apple for breakfast, 1 sweet potato for lunch, and a protein shake for dinner. That's clearly not enough. And then we have Susie from Miss A, who eats just a chicken breast, a sweet potato and low-fat milk for breakfast, brown rice and salad for lunch, and then just a sweet potato for dinner. Clearly not enough again. And why do they do this? What is their minimum weight they're trying to achieve? With an average height of 5'4", they aim to achieve a weight of 43 kg. That's a BMI of 16.1, which is immensely underweight. But if we compare the national average weight in Korea, it's actually 58 kg, which is within the healthy range. And just from the different height, genetics and lifestyle, in the UK it's 69 kg and in the US it's 77 kg. Now, being a K-pop idol does actually get a little bit darker, where there can be dedicated YouTube and TikTok channels comparing K-pop idols for their weight, size, who looks prettier even, and commentary like this from the world simply I just cannot understand. Now, there have been growing movements to really challenge these standards and promote more diverse representations of beauty in the K-pop and Korean media, especially from hearing the dark stories that K-pop idols have been facing and they've been sharing across the world, where they've been feeling incredibly anxious and depressed, to even breaking news from idols Jonghyun from SHINee and Sully from FX passing away due to immense amount of pressure. But what does all this commentary as the audience to the K-pop idols all actually mean? Well, in my eyes, social pressure doesn't just come from the audience, but actually just from the entertainment industry itself. But also that pressure to aspire to these idols in our social norms and conversation, it's all as a result of mindless following. And I have to say, it's completely normal. And even for myself, as much as I like to think that I am intentionally always thinking my whys, sometimes I fall trapped to being a mindless follower too. Because it's so much easier to have an aspiration, someone to look up to. Which bag does my favorite idol carry? What weight should I be to be the same size as her to look great? But what we all easily forget is that once we get to that level, it's not as pretty as it seems, where we are finally able to achieve that luxury bag, or the accessories, or the body goals, or the fashion trends, we end up getting disappointed and upset. So remember, and this is also a reminder for myself too, remember the intentions behind what you choose to do, and don't just blindly follow what others are doing, even if it's an idol that you really aspire to. Think about the why to what makes you get up in the morning every day. And also let me know in the comments down below what you think of the K-pop industry and how it's affected your perception of fashion. And if you enjoyed today's video, then check out my next video about why you may be feeling ugly and how it's not exactly your fault. So click over here and I will see you there. Bye!